I'll never forget April 21st, 1999. It was 9:13 in the morning, and the second hand on the clock could faintly be heard in the room with us. It was the students that surrounded me and the look in their eyes that just kind of was unnerving. It was only 24 hours beforehand, and the Columbine shooting had occurred. My heart was boldly beating inside as I was sitting there listening to all of their voices and their concerns and their fears. When God was speaking to my heart, He was letting me know that I could make a difference inside the schools across this country. And I could feel this calling on my life. And in those moments, God was forming inside of me the idea of Youth for America. You see, Youth for America isn't just an organization. It is an idea, just like God had spoken in my heart. It's the idea that we can bring life and hope to people, regardless of how many times people are bringing death and despair to people. It was the idea that I, like all the students sitting around me now focused on fear, that we could offer hope to a people that needed it so much inside of our schools. It was only a short time later that myself and at that time my girlfriend decided to start a Bible club. And we plastered that school with ads and things on the wall. It was just everywhere, the idea of having a Bible club so that we could share life. I'll never forget the morning we showed up and 6:45 hit when it was supposed to start. You'll never guess how many people were there. 2. Me and Amanda. Well, I had 2 options. I had the option to close my Bible that morning or to keep it open and share what God had given me. I decided to go ahead and move forward. Well, the next week came and we drugged 2 of our friends with us, and we continued to tell people about it, and it went from 2 to 4 to 8 to 10 to 20 to 60. We even topped out at 75 people. I mean, the group was really growing because people were finding purpose. They were finding life. I'll never forget the day that I showed up for school, and I had a topic to talk about. But truly, I heard God call me to talk about life, to talk about the issue of suicide and how you don't have to give up, that there's something else out there, there's purpose for you. That morning, I decided to switch my talk like God had spoke to my heart. Later that day, I'll never forget it, I felt a hand grab my shoulder. And as I turned around, this girl who I didn't know in the school, she looked at me and she said, "Thank you so much. Thank you for talking about that today. I've been having a really rough time lately." Without a doubt, that day, that girl found hope. She found life. She found purpose. You know, it wasn't anything I did, but it's something that every youth in America can do. They can give hope and life. My team and I lead students in these 3 areas to be Christian leaders on their campus, whether it's in their Bible club or ROTC or maybe the band. We want them to lead as Christians. Secondly, the next thing we do is we encourage them to be a helping hand to humanity. We want them to love people for who they are, regardless of their faith or where they find themselves in life. The idea is that as Christian leaders, we accept people and we love them. And then finally, we want these students to be young patriots, students who are determined to return this nation to its great heritage as one nation under God. We want them to be leaders in their school, but also in their communities. That's what Youth for America is all about.